Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Monday morning still. Holy cow! It's still Monday morning. 11:25. The 9th. Oh my goodness. I am going to the post office here. This is showing you folks this. This is one of the newest affordable housing projects that they're doing. They've actually done several of them around in this area. Quite a few up north on North Fair Oaks. And there is another project I believe that is slated to be there. And there is another one being built over there. That one I'm not too sure what it is. But both this property right here and I am assuming, if I can more or less from bad memory, these are going to be affordable HUD homes to be low income provide. It's actually not bad for starters. They did a project up over here by one of the troubled properties that we had a few years ago. A few years ago, Pasadena was getting a lot of problems here with Pasadena properties that were having constant complaints about it. Vagrancy and drug dealing and alcohol consumption and, not really, and causing problems and crime and, amongst the community and stuff like that. And there were two actually liquor stores that were just adjacent across the street from each other on Orange Grove, and one of them in particular, both, but one in particular was a nuisance property, and they call them quote unquote nuisance properties here in Pasadena. And they had been, I think, fined a few times, and then finally the city said that was enough and they shut it down. And they had taken that whole property right there plus a little more, and they turned it into affordable ownership homes through HUD, so which is really cool. And there's several projects over here. And this one, there's the big concrete pumper. It's cool, I wish I had been looking into it, but honestly, the one thing that just kicks my butt is, the child support, and with that fact, I don't know. Honestly, it just kind of scares me to own property now here in California, especially now that I was watching John Kennedy this morning with the infrastructure bill, and we are really doomed. I mean, I don't really care too much about the driving situation, since I honestly, living here in California, I really couldn't foreseeably see myself as being a owner of a vehicle right now. It doesn't matter how economical, or even if a vehicle was gifted to me, and gave me a week's or a full tank, it's definitely going to pass, unfortunately, and with a lot of amendments. And it's really good. What is it, 9 billion or 900 billion? I've forgotten. I'm paraphrasing really badly. But first of all, Medicaid is going to get cut. And here in California, where Medicaid and Medicare, which is what I'm part of, is going to be cut, and even less. So, and even more restrictions on where and what and services and all that happy stuff that goes along. But the one thing that really bothers me is that in it is, and I remember this from several years ago, that they had wanted to do in-vehicle technology, and the problem was for drunk driving and intoxicated drivers, especially here in California. And we have certainly demonstrated here in California since last year, since the shutdown and everything, and the governor and our mayors allowing to have alcohol delivered to your home or what was called as takeout alcohol, which has never been done. I mean, that's highly illegal, but that was permitted and continued. So, and here, every day, every hour, my app is going off. There's a rollover. There's car theft. We've had so many car thefts around here in Pasadena, just in California alone, in LA County and Orange County, and it's just it's bad. I mean, and the catalytic converters, everything here. Yeah, I would just like to one day be able to soon, hopefully, definitely working towards again next year, maybe, hopefully, knock on wood, not so much as Las Vegas, but definitely Nevada. I'm definitely going to go back to Nevada. Reno, actually, I really want to go back to the Carson Valley, you know. California, I wanted to go back to Tahoe, but maybe if I lived on the Tahoe side, or just by the Calneva and Truckee. But yeah, it's really gonna explode out here in California. The cost is gonna, and the gas tax. They want to put in sensors here. Within 3 years, we will be getting alcohol, or in some, I forgot what they call it, inebriation sensors, and that is going to become a standard in vehicles, where there's going to be a sensor, much like a carbon monoxide sensor, but really attuned to alcohol. So if anyone is in your vehicle compartment or cabin, whatever they call it, if it smells alcohol, that vehicle will not turn over. And it's going to be a standard in all vehicles all across our country. So, and here in California, they're going to also be implementing, I believe, the pilot program for the mileage. So that's going to be, that means that not only will you be paying the extra tax on your fuel, oh yeah, the fuel's going up for those of you green earthers, but it's going to impact, because it's going to cost everything. Everything is just going to cost so much more. God, it's just incredible. It really is. It's frightening. It is so frightening that I just can't help but just, it is insanity that is just unfolding. I even had, when I was yesterday when I was doing the video, one gentleman that recognized me from when I was out says, "Hey Carlos, when are you going to start feeding? When are you going to start feeding?" And I told him, I go, "Oh, yeah, I'm not part of the whole thing with the pastor anymore." He's like, "Well, what happened with the pastor?" I go, I don't know. You know, he just and it's funny because he's like, "Well, you know, we've been wondering and stuff, and you're always the person to go to." So I just wish that I had gone back and started up and doing the feeding and everything. That was a lot of fun. That was just being able to feed the homeless, and you know, on a regular basis. First the holidays, and then we found the church, or the pastor found the church, and we were just doing the weekly feedings, and we did a lot for this little whole community and stuff like that. But you know, maybe hopefully soon, I'm just hoping that this year and this fall we can, the Salvation Army, I think right around November, late November, early October, and all the cities here and pretty much the neighboring cities get involved, and they do Homeless Connection Day, which is a day with in conjunction with local authorities and fire departments and nonprofits and everything, and they get together, mainly sponsored by, here in Pasadena, the Salvation Army Tabernacle. They do Homeless Connect Day over by the Salvation Army. They close off the street. The whole parking lot is filled. The fire department brings their huge, beautiful barbecue grill, and they barbecue hot dogs and hamburgers and hot links and everything for the homeless people. And it's not just really so much about, I mean, everybody, you know, it's open to anybody. You don't have to be homeless and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep my eyes and my ears open to that, because I really fear that it's gonna get really, really hard again this coming fall and winter. I kind of sadly, jokingly enough, call it our winter, another winter of discontent. So, but the feeding thing, I wish I could have at least continued. I'd still like to. I kind of wanted to do something, but then this kookiness happens. So, and then we never know what's going to happen from here to here. So. But anyway, I'm gonna take a chance and see if my mailbox doesn't have a paper clip through the lock, so I don't open it. They actually automatically renewed my my mailbox. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I just was. I guess maybe they got a little bit of a grace because of the economy and everything that we've been going through and coming out and blah blah. And for that, actually, for my internet, it's still there. It's weak though, but I'm kind of grateful for that too. And I just want to get back and to get back to paying that. This though is the most important thing. I gotta do this. This was like, I think $45, $47. I don't remember. I was not expecting that, and I am really ever so grateful. Thank you, Mac Robinson Post Office, because I covet that mailbox now. I really, really do. So, and being homeless and having a mailbox is just a little bit more of a peace of mind. It's a little bit of sanity that a homeless person really grasps for, and I still have it. But anyway, my friends, yeah, I think more importantly too is just that gentleman. You know, it took me about a minute to recognize him, and yeah, I felt really bad. And I was thinking of all the places down over on Lake. We did Lake. We used to go to the park over here in Altadena to go prepare the food, because we used to get chastised by the health department with a city rec here in Pasadena that we need a health permit, and it was only because they wanted to get more revenues, and they were starting to be selective of who charitable whatever is going to be fined. And so go to Altadena, it's LA County, we can go up there and prepare food, and then come down here, and it was on the fly. Come on, hurry up, get the food before the cops and stuff like that, because they did not like, after a while, feeding the homeless. I was actually honestly expecting to see signs like they were doing in San Diego and stuff like that, do not feed the homeless. Don't feed the pigeons. I still want to do that. I just took some stuff over here that Jackie wants. It was actually mainly clothes that just didn't fit me anymore, so I don't need it, and I'm not gonna throw it away. And also, my friends, stay tuned. There's something changing and coming up that I think you will really like. You'll really like. That's it. Thank you again. I love you all. Stay safe, be nice, and thank you for staying there. And yeah, I don't just hey, thank goodness for freedom of speech, and that's also for her side. That's just that we all have to have an opinion, we all have to have a say-so. And again, that's why I don't delete, because I don't want to be shut out. So I don't, so and I never implemented, and I never did that. I made that to be the first thing. I don't like that done to me, and I don't really want to do that. But good or bad comments, keep them flying, my friends. I love you all. Please stay with me, and again, next week you shall, maybe Monday morning, Tuesday morning, you'll see something. Okay, I love you all. Bye-bye.